Joined our neighbours meeting on Zoom, and we finished that. And now what we're trying to do, and don't ask me why, is having a look at making up this QR code by hand. And what it's doing is it's producing a whole lot of so for example this one is 0. Now the reason, and it's 100 by 100 pixels, and the reason why it's 0 is because my wife's name is Lin, which is 0 in Chinese, and so this is yin and this is yang, but maybe that should be the other way round. So one is definitely me. I just think you can argue for it either way around. Anyway, so this looks like it's blank, and then this one has got a mark in it. So if you had it like this, or like this. So this is so when you have a line like this, 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, there's 12. I'm not sure, is that right? 1 0 1 0 1 0. Anyway, I'm going through layer by layer. So this layer here is made up of this, and then we increase the canvas size. So that's made out of 6 bits. We want to make it 12 bits. From holding it on the right hand side like that. And then we're going to 2 2 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0. I'm not sure, is that right or not? Have I got that right? Let's see anyway. So we paste it in there. Now that should look like this. Does it? No, it doesn't. We should only have 2 white squares, so that's quite easy. What we do now is fill this with black, grab hold of that, and then paste it in here. There we are. Now that should be the same as this line, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Is that right? Looks right to me. So I save that as 7. And then when we've done them all, we'll have to assemble it. Now, I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's quite interesting because it's part of my whole thinking in terms of visualizing digital form. There's 1s and 0s. Here in this YouTube channel, everything is uploaded, and I can't upload any more today because I've reached my maximum. So if we have a look at all the videos, it doesn't put them in date. Here we are, sort by, no, date added, you see. Doesn't sort them by. So let's make a playlist. So we go to Studio Creator, Studio I mean, YouTube Studio. Playlists. New playlist. And we call it July 2022. Create. And then we edit it by adding the videos. This time we can get them in the date order. And then we send it to Kuldik, see if he enjoys that. I think the new moon energy is really passing over now. It's coming up to 6 o'clock on the 31st of July, so tomorrow is the 1st of August. And we're getting ready for the 11th of August now. Add videos. And I heard that it was going to be your YouTube videos are difficult. Where does it start? At the moment we're starting with 13. Then there's no 14, then 15, then 16, 17, 18, 19, 1, 19, 2, 19, 3, 19, 4, 21.
Ah, you're still quite hot.
Yeah, 22, 1.
Yeah.
23, 1, 23, 2, 23, 3, 23, 4, and then we jump ahead to 29, 1, 2, 3. I think we could call it Dbug. Dbug July. That was better. So maybe. Studio 22. Anyway, what? Just looking. Okay. Where to start? We can see that this is coming live at the moment. It says live anyway. We'll get it in a moment. And then we go to Video Producer and download the one that we made earlier. Which is this one. So download this one. my voice down, I think, so we can listen to something else.
Carol's newsletter. Subscribe. Sign in. What if? Just imagine. Carol's Purple Heart Community folded hands. July 9th. 11. Subscribe to like this post. Subscribe. Login privacy terms information collection notice.
Carol's newsletter. Subscribe. Sign in. What if? Just imagine. Carol's Purple Heart Community person with praying hands. July 9th. 1111. 2. What if? Thanks for reading Carol's newsletter. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work. Subscribe. All is exactly as it was meant to be. Each faltering step along the way. Each lesson learned. And what if? We had the chance to do it all again. And chose each time the very same. With highs and lows and in-betweens. What if? We create our own destiny. Without realizing our part. What if? We had a hand in it all from the very start. Just imagine. Today's newsletter is late as I've been caught up in meetings all week. How powerful is our imagination? God created the heavens and the earth, the moon, stars, planets, sun and all the galaxies, by His word. We are made in His, plural, image, created to do even greater works than Jesus when He walked the earth. How wonderful is that? How amazing we are! The Bible tells us that we are not here by accident, but by design. We are carrying the light of God into the world just as Jesus did. We are here to ignite others to fulfill their eternal destiny, so they also can be restored to full communion with their Father, Mother God. We are here to bring the kingdom of heaven onto the earth. Sounds incredible, doesn't it? But it's true. At school, I used to get into trouble all the time for drifting off into fantasy during classes. I was an expert daydreamer, preferring my own internal world to the one I found myself in. I often felt like I didn't quite fit even in my own family. The truth is I was sedated on barbiturates for a large part of my childhood. This was due to displaying strange symptoms as a child that were misunderstood by doctors at the time. I was an enigma to them, in much the same way as my friends often describe me today. What we think and believe about who we are informs us in the way we live our lives. Belief is powerful. So when, as children, we are exposed to the beliefs of those closest to us, we absorb them just like little sponges. If we are surrounded by negatives, then it can be hard to shake them off, they stick to us like glue. Yet we have no idea how these powerful, almost subliminal messages have burrowed deep into our subconscious mind and are still influencing all we say and do even today. Thoughts precede words and words precede actions, So our thought life is the greatest influencer in how we experience our world today. Do we see the glass as half empty or half full? And what can be done about it? On my travels, I hear many people say things like, "It's just who I am, I can't help it," or "It's part of my personality," and in some ways this can be true because it's what they believe. Until we awaken to the truth of who we really are, we are born conditioned to believe we are our body, our mind, and our personality, that this is the sum total of who we are. Yet we are, all of us, so very much more. We are here on Earth, living in these containers, our human bodies, believing that we are finite beings, born to die. In reality, our true nature is one of perfect love. We are created from love to become instruments of love in the world, but we have forgotten this, we have forgotten who we are. Through Christ we are limitless eternal beings who are passing through this earthly realm. We are more than the sum of our achievements. We are not defined by our race, gender, age or religion. We are, all of us, children of the Most High God, whether we know it or not. Once we awaken to this divine knowledge, it causes us to break free from our human conditioning and recognize our true worth as joint heirs with Jesus. We begin to understand that we are not just a body with a soul, but that we are an eternal soul with a body. The body is merely the vehicle we inhabit on earth, it is not who we are. It is not an easy task to separate ourselves from the constant chatter of our mind long enough to get in touch with who we are on the inside, because thinking is a preoccupation for us all. Trying not to think only causes us to think more. In truth, we have allowed our minds to lead us in our lives. A bit like the tail leading the dog. We place importance on academic success, earthly knowledge and information. We allow our mind to become our master. In my view, even those people seen as very religious can still be following a system of principles laid down by others, yet never experienced for themselves. When we can become still and in touch with our inner God-given intuition, we can allow our heart to lead us and therefore find our true path in life. Although, in my own experience, the mind has ideas of its own and will always try to control us with reasoning and old ingrained programming from our past. If we give ourselves time to listen to the still, small voice of God that calls to us in the silence, then we will find our way home. It will often be a path we would never have chosen for ourselves, because it is always a narrow path, one of laying down all our earthly desires to serve the greater good. We are here to become the hands and feet of Jesus to the world. We can only do this if we are dead to our self-life. This sounds all very sacrificial, and it is, yet at the same time it frees us to live as we were meant to live. We can only become an outpouring of the love of God on earth if we first understand how utterly and completely we are loved. We come from love and we are love. Remembering who we really are illuminates our need to love ourselves and to shine our unique light in the world so everyone will see it and be drawn to it like moths to a flame. Watching as those around you discover their true nature is life's greatest blessing. We are here to help one another on this journey of life. It is my prayer that we will all remember and return home to our destiny. Love always, Purple Heart Carol. Thanks for reading Carol's newsletter. Subscribe for free to receive new posts and support my work.
Now it's started. Okay, so we've started this and we'll go live now. Turn the desktop up and turn the microphone down. So we'll turn the microphone down and we're going to watch talk about being a bodhisattva.
Welcome to the Path of the Bodhisattva. My name is Isa Gucciardi, and I'm your guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life by Shantideva. And in this class that I'm getting ready to teach here at Embodied Philosophy, we're going to be going deeply into this book, this classic, and really understand what a bodhisattva is and what the requirements of the path of the bodhisattva are.
Cleaning is done in the evening after the end of a day's work. You are mentally cleaning complexities and impurities from your system. Sit comfortably, gently close your eyes and relax. Bring attention to your back, from top of the head down to the tailbone. Imagine all complexities and impurities are going out of the whole system in the form of smoke. The smoke is oozing out from the entire back. Do not dwell on specific events or things to get rid of. Simply brush them off. Gently accelerate the process with faith and confidence. Apply your willpower as needed. Continue with the process for about 20 minutes. As the impressions leave, you will feel lighter and lighter, creating a vacuum in the heart. A sacred current from the divine source descends to your heart to fill the space. The sacred current is helping you remove the impressions. When complexities and impurities are gone, you're feeling simple, you're feeling pure. The sacred current is entering every cell, every corner of your body. The whole body is feeling sacred. Your whole body is now completely purified.
Helen Hansel was able to win any competition she took part in.
Om Dari Turi Mama Jana Pone Potun Guru Swa Om Dari Turi Mama Jana Pone Potun Guru Swa Om Dari Turi Mama Jana Pone Potun Guru Swa Om Dari Turi Mama Jana Pone Potun Guru Swa Om Dari Turi Mama Jana Pone Potun Guru
It's just coming up to 20 past 1 on the 16th of July 2022, and I'm going to fade out Gajin Rinpoche. And we'll have a look at Facebook. And YouTube. Let's fade out my voice.
acknowledge the fact that you don't know, because you're coming from the mind, you need help and support. Hold on. You need help and support, and you are humble enough to receive that. Yes? So all that happens when I say I'll take 5 minutes to meditate and sit down in nature seems very simple. In those 5 minutes you have concluded
Clarion
that
Temple of Oneness
life is
Lord
not working
Kuthumi
the way
and
it
Lady
should.
Pallas Athena Tilda becoming honorable to your soul's essence.
You can, you know,
What, Danny?
you can watch a video and take photos.
At the same
Walking Terror, Krista presented Lord Kuthumi and Lady Pallas Athena, Office of the Christ representing the 12th Ray of God, the Gold Flame, for the Ascension Mastery teachings within the Clarion Temple of Oneness. The Gold Flame is the 12th Ray of God integrating the Christ consciousness of divine love, will, and power. This flame is essential for the heart center and the threefold flame energies. Yamtalia's spokesbeing for the temple. Welcome, my dearest comrades. Comrades, I am Yamtalias. I thank you for being here with us. There has been much activity within the temple throughout the last few weeks, especially since the Wesak energies, as many souls are going through an internal healing process from the Wesak festival moving towards the Festival of Humanity and continuing throughout the next several months. It clearly is a very powerful time, not just on the planet, but within the inner plane levels, as we are supporting each of you deeply for all that you are experiencing. We ask all the souls that have been released from their bodies in the last week to fully come visit the temple and join us as we come together in camaraderie. Blessings to everyone. Divine Language Network Light Encoding. Angels of many principalities. We are the angels of the many principalities on the inner plane levels, bringing forth our wings of love and light, and healing, and the expression of each of us coming together in the pure essence of our hearts, as we sing within each other. Angels singing. We surround each of you with our divine love, and we thank you for walking the earth. Blessings on the wings of our light. Lord Kuthumi. Greetings, my dearest friends. I am Lord Kuthumi. I am deeply honored to be here within the temple along with my colleague, Lady Pallas Athena. As we stand in this beautiful amphitheater, the strength of the gold flame is everywhere around us, and there's a beautiful flame igniting right in the center that originates from the 49th dimensional frequency coming down into this temple and continues its journey all the way through the lower dimensions into the core of Gaia. The beauty of allowing oneself to become more aligned with the Christ consciousness represents a walk in many realities. As a soul, we have to experience all aspects of our beingness that existed for eons of time to walk through the doorway to receive the blessing of the Christ consciousness. We do not fully become that Christ consciousness until one experiences the initiations that takes us through the aspects of the Christ consciousness, and many more elements representing all the flames of God. As we stand here together and come in unison of the 12 flames of God, it always comes to mind the times of great camaraderie upon the earth, when we gather together in the temples to celebrate the divine energies of love, the divine energies of the light, and the ability to be strong within ourselves to continue that journey. Now, each of us as the Ascended Masters and Ascended Light Beings no longer have to walk through those initiations, but we have our own higher initiations, where we continually learn our processes. There is no other way for an Ascended Master to ascend to the next level without accepting the lessons of the previous levels. That's exactly what each of you are experiencing since the Wesak energies. You traveled to Shambhala, you received the divine blessings of Lord Buddha and each of us as the Masters. You received 2 Masters to work with, along with Lady Isis bringing forth the red carpet treatment, or I should say the seafoam green treatment, to allow the blessings of your higher heart to be an acknowledgement within the internal system that you incorporate within yourself. This represents your physical, emotional, mental, and etheric bodies to come together in unison. That in itself is a task that one may not understand. It comes into an extension of who you have been without a body, who you are as a soul essence, who you are as a monad, who you are as the communal essence of all your light bodies, which we call the I Am Presence. So, what happens through this transference of energies is you now have to accept what you are experiencing as the truth, and that truth can be overwhelming. It can be very agitating. Or it can be very emotional.
Space, we're going to birth alive,
but it can also be very
Earth
beautiful.
Timeline. This is our 2021 activation this year. New Earth timeline. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So as space, we're going to birth alive this new Earth timeline. This is our 2021 activation this year, New Earth timeline. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, let's have our feet on the floor. We're going to take a couple deep breaths and turn into the heart, the breath, the belly. We're coming down from the thinking mind and focusing into our feeling body, into our senses. So I'm going to be breathing deeply through the activations. You can pick up the breath with you as well. It's the pranic breath of moving our chi, moving our energy. And as we inhale life force, inhale chi, inhale light, we're starting to get into the body, getting more down into our hips and our legs and our feet, using your feet chakras like magnets and locking right onto you're grounding onto the crystalline global grid. Imagine the ley lines of light of Gaia's crystalline grid, and you're grounding onto the ley lines. Roots of light from your feet chakras into the ley lines. Getting nice and secured and present in your body. Okay, now let's bring in spirit. Connecting to Divine Mother, Father, Source, connecting to your God Self, your Oversoul Presence, your I Am Presence, and your Soul Family. Also calling in your support team of angels and guides, ascended masters, shamans, and the elders, your protectors, and just call them to circle around you with their love and support as we're working here today. Also connecting to Gaia and to Mother Nature, calling in the nature spirits,
often called the dog days of summer. A cosmic gateway opens when the sun and star Sirius, Dog Star, rise on the horizon together in harmonic convergence between July 3rd and August 11th. During this 6-week period, a continual stream of Sirian light consciousness, indigo blue light rays, will activate the halcyon days of ancient Lemuria.
produce certain numbers and not other numbers, which was child's play. It was really a lot of fun. And, but the side effect of that is my field easily can overwrite computers. So, yeah.
Well, I do want to just mention that I think it's wonderful that you're working
Saturday, July
with a
16th,
university
2022.
doing
live
experiments or research like that.
12 p.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Recorded if you can't join live. The Sirians are members of the family of light assisting Gaia's ascension. For those starseeds with Sirian Lemurian timelines, you may experience light communication and cellular memory activations. When the Sun is conjunct star Sirius, it creates a solar stargate that pours solar star codes for mastery and ascension directly from Sirius. We will gather with our Sirian Lemurian elders while the stargate is active and bathe in the blue ray of resurrection. We are transmitters and receivers of light. As the gateway opens, our bioelectric field attunes to the ascension codes embedded in the light infusion. When we travel to the galactic center and connect to the crystal stargate of Source, we are paving the pathway home to Creator. Prepare to quantum leap to the next level of your soul's ascension plan. The planetary shift is accelerating into fifth dimension as the old-time matrix dissolves. Are you ready to jump into the next phase of your personal ascension? Travel to the great central sun and step into the crystal stargate with starseeds all around the world, as Meg channels Metatron's sacred geometry activations. Tapping into the ancient knowledge of Zep Tepi mystery schools and quantum access trademark symbol modality, Meg will guide you through the steps to open your portal to the quantum field. Join Meg Benedict and Manette Mays with light bearers, gridworkers, and star beings all around the world for the Sirian Lemurian Gateway activations on Saturday, July 16th at 12 p.m. Pacific Time. All activations are recorded and available for replay at the event URL. Meg Neo Bundle Package.
Activates the power chakras and directs healing to where it needs to be, clears the lymph system, and directs energy towards alignment. Here it comes.
To really extend unto yourself the ability to walk into a new phase of your existence as a soul, but also being able to experience it in your physical body, is the process of ascension.
Say with me. Enhance. Inhaling. Amplify. Inhaling. Expand.
So, what happens through this transference of energies is you now have to accept what you are experiencing as the truth, and that truth can be overwhelming. It can be very agitating. Or it can be very emotional. But it can also be very beautiful. To really extend unto yourself the ability to walk into a new phase of your existence as a soul, but also being able to experience
I'm just
it in your
fiddling with
physical
this
body is the
QR
process of
code.
ascension.
Should we take Charlie out now
Not
then?
just as a soul, as so many of the souls here in this moment are experiencing it without their bodies.
Yeah.
The takeoff of my brain used totally distinct away.
Yeah. Okay, darling.
Yeah, with no any understanding of this, that's a big problem. Once I'm dead, that's dead. Everybody will come mad on me, Douglas.
Oh no.
Everybody will lose their mind.
Oh, darling.
Douglas, my life is totally in tragic. I'm totally in a danger. With no any understanding from any of you. You never speak out for me. Yes, to what Mom is